Hey guys, welcome back. This video is going to be something special because I've been waiting close to a week for this stuff to arrive. I'll let you know that I've been doing some shopping for accessories and whatnot for the DJI Spark, and I've come across quite a few. Some are generic, some sound pretty good, but after you do some research and look at some videos, they end up not sounding so cool. But today arrived two things. So first, we have this little guy from Amazon. This is my OTG cable. And for me, since I have the Google Pixel XL, I have Type-C, and I needed Type-C directly to the MicroUSB that is in the back of the drone. And I wanted a short cable about 6 inches. So, let's see what we got here. Gift something. So, here's what we have. Type-C to micro-USB on the Go cable. 6-inch, black, and should be braided. It's pretty cool. It actually is Type-C to micro-USB, and both straight. I didn't want right angle or anything like that. And this is just long enough to reach between the bottom of the controller and the phone on the side. Should be able to plug right in. Should be absolutely perfect. But that's not the main reason I'm here, as much as I like having that. The big guy is actually this. And yes, this is going to be awesome. So what this is, let's show you here. So I ordered this at about, I believe it was $49. Getting to hit what it is yet? Probably not. Okay. There's a lot of tape on this. Dang. Get out of here. Nothing? Still can't give you a hit, neither all. Man, they put some work into this. Alright. Okay. Starting to look somewhat familiar. There. This hinge should give it away. If you haven't figured it out by now, I don't know what to tell you. Other than it is a case. And this case is awesome. Okay, so completely watertight, airtight, has a relief valve. Turned out to be a little smaller than I thought it would be, but that's all right. Basically, I wanted a hard shell thing to be able to take my Spark in without having to use the stock foam piece plus the shoulder bag, and that would require that the Spark is in here. I have my accessories and my charger and everything in here, and that was two things to carry around, and I just didn't feel like that was really the way to go. So I decided to get this big awesome case. So let's take a look inside and see what we've got going on here, shall we? Alright, so it's actually really, really light. This is not, I'd say maybe 5 pounds or so. A nice rubber handle. Decent size pin here for the handle, so it's not like it's going to rip out of your hand or anything, especially if you just throw it in your car. Has a little bit of texture to it. I don't know if you can really see that. I raised feet, which is kind of stupid, but I guess if you have multiple, the shapes of these feet fit in these top bars, so they can actually stack and not, come sliding off of each other. Decent hinge, goes all the way across the back with a pin that you can knock out if you need to replace it, or I don't know if you can buy either the top or bottom replacement, but probably not. but good latches. Now these, you can't just pull on, so you actually have to push in. I'll show you here. So you push in, and then you pull up. Now this only opens about 90, and this, what feels like it's glued in, is a pretty hard, dense foam here. And this particular one, I'm going to have to figure out how I'm going to arrange this, and I'll go over that in a second. So we basically have, that I can tell, a charging bay for the batteries, the controller, 1, 2, 3 battery slots that'll also hold one if it's on the drone. Off the top of my head, I'm not sure. That looks like just a regular accessory. Charger, and, well, the Spark. So I've got all my stuff sitting right over here. We're going to go through and we're going to see how well everything fits in here and see just how good it really is. Alright, so let's see how much of this will fit in. I'll already tell you off the bat that the prop guards that came with the Fly More combo will not fit in this case. It's just not going to happen. Okay? Even the biggest slot that's on here is not the right size to hold prop guards. So prop guards are not an option on this particular setup. But everything else you see here will all fit in the case. So let's go over how that's going to work right now. So you have the option of actually fitting 4 batteries if you had 4 and you wanted to do it that way. So it would be 1, 2, 3, and a 4th in the Spark. Now if you only have 2, like the Fly More combo, then you could put 2 here and put the Spark in and have an extra slot, or you could put 1 in the Spark, 1 back here, and have 2 open slots. Yeah, it kind of depends on your preference. For me, I'm going to do it this way. 1 there, 1 there. Let me move a couple of these things over here real quick. Let me bring this closer. Okay. Now we're going to do, obviously, the Spark with nothing behind it. No gimbal protector or anything on it because, as far as I can tell, one may or may not fit on here. I may have to do a little bit of trimming, but we'll see. Your charging dock, go ahead and put that right back here. Your spare props, in my case, put them in this battery compartment there. Main charger. I would have liked it if this would have been able to lay down like that, but that's just too tight. So what we're going to do is we're going to lay it sideways and then force in this down to the bottom. Next we have the other piece for the charger. That is also going to go in here. Push that down the side. And that fits in just like that. USB, in my case, as I have the Google Pixel XL, is the, that's not going to focus, is it? Type C to micro USB, and this is a nicely braided 6-inch cable here, which should do fine, I think. This is actually going to go in this slot, but before we do, I have a longer Type A to micro USB for a computer connection. And I'm going to coil this guy up here. Okay, and he's going to go in this slot. I don't care if he sticks out, doesn't matter. The on-the-go cable, you go right in there with him. So now we have all of the props for the Spark. I decided to disconnect the props. It felt safer to me. It was getting awful close to the top, and it has some play, so it could easily do one of these, and then if it gets pushed back down, you're putting way too much work on the prop. So I'm going to do in this slot, which, to be honest, I'm not sure what that was actually even for. Let's go ahead. Okay, fit in there nice and neat. And then the controller. It's in just like that. Well, looks like everything's in here. Let's test it out. Now, if this is rugged and good like it should be, this shouldn't be a problem. Okay. Shouldn't be an issue there. Shouldn't be an issue there. This should be able to take a beating and obviously protect your equipment inside. Well, looks like everything's in place. The spark didn't really move around. Cables are in, that's in. The only thing, this might have popped up just a little bit, but there's nowhere it can go. It can't hurt anything. Yeah, I say this is perfect. So, I would definitely recommend this case. I'll put a link in the description below, and you know, have at it. They do make a slightly larger one, by the way. I believe it's $69 because this one was $49, and it holds a lot more stuff. Also, it has an extra accessory slot, which, from the looks of it, is slightly larger than this slot here, and may or may not, I'll have to look, be able to take prop guards. That would be nice, is to be able to actually take your prop guards with you. Remember, the whole point of this case is to try and keep everything safe. So if you're keeping it safe in transport, don't you want to also be able to keep it safe while flying it? Right? Makes sense to me. So I'll look into that. I'll put a link in the description. Like, share, subscribe. Let me know if you want to see me check out something else. And I will see you guys in the next video.